I wanted to watch When Zachary Beaver Came to Town because I love early noughties films and I really like Jonathan Lipnicki. So I was looking forward to it, and having now seen it, while there are good things about it and things that I will definitely praise, it just feels really, really uncomfortable, even for 2003. This was released, of course, in 2003. It's directed by John Schultz, written by Schultz, based on the novel by Kimberly Willis Holt. I haven't read the book. If you've read it and have any thoughts on how it compares or whether or not this is a good adaptation, please feel free to share. And we have a cast, of course, including Jonathan Lipnicki. We also have Cody Linley, and we also have Jane Krakowski, about which I was rather excited. And the titular Zachary Beaver is played by Sasha Joseph Neulinger. And early on in the film, we see this sign that says that this is the world's fattest boy, which instantly made me feel really uncomfortable. And I'm still now struggling to see why it was necessary to make him a sideshow attraction. Because that is exactly what's happening. He is on display with a sign saying he is the world's fattest boy, and there is an admission charge to see him. And I absolutely hate it. Now, I'm not saying the film is advocating for that. I'm not saying they're promoting this as something that should ever exist. But the fact that we have to watch this makes it really uncomfortable. They easily could have told the same story about two boys befriending him, spending time with him, and obviously the boys have their own problems to deal with as well, without making Zachary Beaver a sideshow attraction. And I feel like they could have just made him a neighbour. He didn't have to be put on display like this because it makes it so uncomfortable as a viewer. I don't want to say that it's unwatchable, but it's borderline getting there. So I think that was actually a really poor decision. I think the same story could have been told, maybe slightly differently, without subjecting the viewer to that. It's just really uncomfortable, and I absolutely hated it. Again, I don't think the film is saying, hey, let's start putting obese children as attractions. I know once upon a time larger people were sideshow attractions, but I don't think the film is promoting that. But we still have to watch it. We still have to think about it, and I don't like it. The rest of the film is fine. The characters are perfectly likable. As I said, the boys have their own problems and they're dealing with them, working together. We have their friendship, and the friendship aspect, the power of friendship is really lovely to see. And they're being there for each other, and it's nice. That part of it is really pleasant. We have some really great performances. Visually, it's really stunning. It's quite moving at times. It's not overly emotional, but there are certainly moments. And in general, I think they could have told a very similar story, but they could have taken a slightly different angle, and it wouldn't have been an uncomfortable experience. So I don't think, obviously it's adapted from the book, so that's fair enough, but I don't think it was the right decision. So I guess maybe I'm saying I don't think it was the right decision in the book, but it depends on how the story was handled. But for the film, I don't think it was a good approach. Am I saying they shouldn't have adapted it if they couldn't change it? Yeah, I guess I kind of am. So I didn't really enjoy watching it, I guess, but there were some things about it that worked well. So it's not a terrible film, but I don't know. I don't know if I recommend it or not because it's uncomfortable. It's not a pleasant experience. But the boys, the characters, they're very sweet. I enjoyed following their journeys and getting to know the characters and enjoying their friendship, and the performances were really good. Visually, it's really satisfying. So there are a lot of really good things, and normally I would not completely not recommend a film if there are so many good things about it. But it's not a good watch. I guess I can say, watch it if you want, but if you decide not to, it wouldn't be the worst decision. When Zachary Beaver Came to Town is not a film that I found to be a comfortable viewing experience. I didn't enjoy watching it, but there are things about the film that are worthy of praise. So I'm not going to recommend it, but I'm not going to not recommend it. I guess I'll say, if you're curious, give it a watch, come to your own conclusion, and let me know what you think.